things that you notice when you're walking in the water is that everything is slower. And there are very few things that happen as fast in the water as they do up in the air, besides panic, perhaps, right? And so it's really interesting to notice these different rules, and I want to challenge you to think about water a little differently, and I want to challenge a few stereotypes. So a lot of people think that when they come into the water, the first thing that's going to happen is that the water is going to suck them down to the bottom and that they're going to be stuck there forever. And if you walked a while, you realize, wow, that really isn't what happened. It's just kind of different. And so I want to show you some things that you can do in water that you can't do on air that make a real big difference and that provide a lot of safety. So one is falling forward. So if I'm on land and I'm leaning forward like this and I fall, I'm going to smash and it's going to take a second. But if I'm in the water, it's a whole different deal. So let me step back here, have a second. So I'm just going to fall forward in the water. Yeah, not much to it. Let's try backwards. Let's see if I can fall any better, okay? So here I'm going. Oh, wow. Well, I got my face wet. That was something different. But if I had done that on land, I would be flat in the water. Can't do it. Water floats up. Water holds you up. It allows you to float better. It makes you lighter. And it allows you to do some things that you couldn't do on land. So I just want you to watch that. Okay? So another thing that is faster and slower in water has to do with propulsion. And I want to bring Rosie in for this one. Thank you, ma'am, for waiting.
You're welcome.
We are going to do karate chops. So when I was a kid, I loved karate chops. You've played with me at least once with this before. But let's do karate chops in the water. So we're just going to do this in the water. And if you do it in the water, you'll notice that you can do it almost as fast in the water as you can in air. Not quite as fast, but you also notice all that other water moving around it, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So if we take our hands then and turn them sideways and flat like that, okay? And we push down, do the same thing, what happens?
Heavy.
Heavy. It is a whole lot harder. It is a lot harder to do it. If you open your hands like that and do the same thing, what do you notice?
Lighter.
It's lighter, right? So the easiest is the karate chop there, right?
Yes.
And then the next one is wider, and then your hands here, right? So whenever you need to propel yourself in the water, or you want to move yourself in any way at all, this is your power point. This with your fingers together, that's the strongest you're going to be in the water. If you're pushing either down or back or up, any of those ways, that's the strongest part. So if you put your hand flat in the water and you push out here, look at all that water that moves across there. And you can feel that pressure, right? You can feel that? But if you put your hands flat in the water and you go this way, what do you notice? It's light. So sometimes you want to be heavy in the water, and sometimes you want to be light. Sometimes you want to use your power, sometimes you don't want to use your power. And this is a way for you to just play and begin by moving your hands in one way or the other and just beginning to feel the difference as you play with the water and as you move the water, just standing around. It's a great way to begin to get more comfortable with the water.